Hello, 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 hello. Sir, can I start, sir? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Respected Surveyor General and the chairperson of today's seminar, Brigadier General Muhammad Habibul Haq, PSC, Abdurraf Haladar, Director Survey of Bangladesh, Muhammad Abul Kalam, Director Survey of Bangladesh and Project Director of NSDI Project, Mr. Bokuro Urabe, Chief Advisor JICA, Keynote Speaker Dr. Muhammad Manzurul Hassan, Chairman Department of Geography and Environment, Jahangirnagar University, working group members from different organizations, and distinguished guests and officers from Survey of Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. You all are welcome on the seminar Establishment of National Special Data Infrastructure NSDI for Bangladesh. Starting of the seminar, I like to request respected Surveyor General Sir to deliver his welcome speech and to inaugurate the seminar today. Surveyor General Sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Esteemed JICA expert and Chief Advisor for establishment of the NSDI project, working group members from different organizations, today's keynote speaker and other speakers and officers from Survey of Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I feel honored to welcome you all to this seminar on establishment of NSDI for Bangladesh. Special thanks to all for attending this seminar amid this pandemic, and we really don't know. And we really don't know when it's going to end. First of all, Bangladesh has crossed 50 years of independence in this year, 2021. And in this Silver Jubilee, first of all, we want to recall and we want to pay our sincere homage to all martyrs of our independence, and especially the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the greatest architect for our Bangladesh. In the same note, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, who felt the necessity of establishing NSDI for Bangladesh back in 2016. She categorically emphasized that access to spatial data should be easy for all for the sustainable development of Bangladesh. According to her instructions, Survey of Bangladesh, under the supervision of Ministry of Defense and with the technical and financial assistance of JICA, our great friend Japan, started the activity of full-scale NSDI since 2016. And accordingly, Serbia Bangladesh has been working as a coordinating agency with all working group members. Distinguished guests, in today's modern technical age, information is the driver of economic and social development of any country. Geographic information, in particular, is of increasing importance for the successful execution of public tasks. Spatial data infrastructure, that is SDIs, are about the facilitation and coordination of the exchange and sharing of spatial data among stakeholders. Specifically, SDIs facilitate collection, maintenance, dissemination, and use of spatial information. In fact, SDIs can produce significant human and resource savings and returns by reducing duplication and facilitating integration. Many countries across the globe are developing SDIs at different levels, ranging from local to national and also regional levels and to a global level in order to improve management and utilization of spatial datasets. Since 1994, national SDIs have been developing rapidly, and in 2002, 120 countries across the globe had already initiated projects for NSDI. From that perspective, Bangladesh is a bit late. Distinguished guests, in our country, large quantity of geospatial data is available with various public and private sectors, but lack of a platform for data sharing causes reproduction of similar data and wastage of enormous public money. Considering the reality, now it is the time to bring all the data providing organizations under the same umbrella. Since NSDI platform offers geospatial data sharing from a single domain, definitely it would save not only public money, but also precious time and labor. Needless to say, NSDI is a timely approach to expedite both economic and social development of our country. I hope that everyone attending this seminar will fully understand how revolutionary and full of potential the NSDI will be in the upcoming development of Bangladesh. I would urge JICA counterpart to continue their support for the implementation of NSDI. In fact, NSDI will be an inseparable part for the government of Bangladesh to achieve the SDG and Digital Bangladesh. NSDI platform will contribute immensely to urban planning and rural development, infrastructure designing, disaster management, and other conceivable development activities, and essentially implementing the visionary Delta Plan 2100. Distinguished guests, if we all are united and determined, NSDI platform in Bangladesh will be a reality very soon. I request all the participants to make the event successful with your spontaneous support. I hope all the working group members will work as a team for the successful completion of NSDI project. My sincere thanks to the project director of NSDI and the team of Survey Bangladesh who worked hard and arranged this seminar within a very short notice. Lastly, I request all those who are attending today's seminar should be very open and candid in clarifying all your queries on NSDI through a lively discussion as the seminar progresses. With this, I hereby announce the inauguration of today's seminar. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for delivering valuable speech for all. At this stage, I would like to request all the members to introduce themselves. Please let us start from southwest corner. Mamun bhai, introduce please.
MD Sheikh Saidi, Data Analytics and Visualization Expert, A2I.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি মোহাম্মদ আইয়ুব হোসেন, ম্যানেজার সার্ভে বাংলাদেশ।
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. I'm Bokuro Urabe, JICA Chief Advisor for SOB's NSDI project. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Mohammad Abul Kalam, পরিচালক সার্ভে অফ বাংলাদেশ এবং NSDI যে আমরা এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট অফ ন্যাশনাল ডেটা ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার এটা এই প্রকল্পের পরিচালক। ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে।
Though I introduced myself, I beg your apology. This is a very small room, and you know, corona cases are spiking every day. So please maintain the corona protocol as far as possible and help each other in doing so. In the as we progress, if from SOB officers, those who are staying here, if you think that you are not needed, you can leave afterwards, okay? And please give the space for the stakeholders, those who have come to attend this today's seminar. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Abdur Faladar, Director Sarva Bangladesh and Project Director Global Navigation, Satellite System and Modernization of Tidal Station Project.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Dr. Manjurul Hassan. I am the chairman of the Department of Geography and Environment, Jahangirnagar University. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Jamail Boshir, freelance GIS and remote sensing expert. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Major Rizwan, Party 2, Survey of Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Saidud Jaman, Assistant Director, Survey of Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Jahangir Alam, Consultant, NSDI Project.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Shafil Parvez Akash, System Engineer, NSDI Project Survey of Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Major Muhammad Fazul Kabir, in charge GIS Survey of Bangladesh. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Major Mahmood, Survey of Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mohammad Rakibullah, Deputy Director, BIWTA.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I am Devashish Sarkar, Assistant Director, Survey of Bangladesh. Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. আমি মোহাম্মদ বশিরউদ্দিন, কম্পিউটার গ্রেড 1 NSDI project.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. This is Abdullah Al-Baki from Israel, South Asia. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. আমি আব্দুল আলিম শেখদার। আই এম মোহাম্মদ আব্দুল আলিম শেখদার, প্রজেক্ট অফিসার NSDI.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আই এম মোহাম্মদ আব্দুল হাই, অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট ডিরেক্টর সার্ভে বাংলাদেশ।
Assalamu alaikum. This is Mohammad Masudur Rahman, Deputy Director from Server Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Syed Mohammad Masoom, Assistant Director, Server Bangladesh.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি AM ফজলে রাব্বি, সার্ভে অফ বাংলাদেশ।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি মোহাম্মদ ইব্রাহিম খলিল, অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট ডাইরেক্টর, সার্ভে অফ বাংলাদেশ।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি মোহাম্মদ ওমর ফারুক, স্টেট অফিসার, সার্ভে অফ বাংলাদেশ।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার, আমি মোহাম্মদ রিয়াজউদ্দিন, অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট ডাইরেক্টর, সার্ভে অফ বাংলাদেশ। থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার, আমি প্রবীর কুমার দাস, সহকারী পরিচালক, ইনচার্জ DPCO।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আই এম আব্দুল জব্বার শাহ, টেকনিক্যাল অফিসার, SOB।
Hello. Thank you everybody to introduce yourself. At this stage, I like to request Mohammad Saiduzzaman to deliver his speech on overview of the project. Saiduzzaman, the project manager of this project.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Saiduzzaman and working as a project manager of NSDI project. And okay, thank you. Now I would take a little bit time just to overview the project of NSDI project. And first, the name of the project is already you are informed, Establishment of National Special Data Infrastructure for Bangladesh. And according to the TAPP, sponsoring Ministry of Defense, and Sarva Bangladesh working as a implementing agency, and the goals of the project is to develop national special data infrastructure of Bangladesh for collection, preservation, and exchange of special data. And the project start from February 2020, and the date of completion according to existing TAPP, it will completed June 2020. Beautiful the pilot projects. We have here we see that we have stored our data in Computer Council, and the data provider is the maintain the whole control of his data, and we have already shared a catalog, and now this we are following the same systems. We are developing full-scale NSDI projects, and in this full-scale NSDI project we follow the same procedure, and I humbly request all the stakeholders, all the working group members to share their data and to visit the NSDI portal, because your attendance, your input, your experience is vital to implement the NSDI projects. And besides, I would like to share another file. The 11th Parliamentary Standing Committee of MOD already emphasized the importance of NSDI projects, and they have recommended to implement this project with as soon as possible, and they have categorized it highest priority, number one priority. So we should work together to build the NSDI portal for our national interest. Thank you very much. Thanks to all.
Play an important role in the development of our country. At this stage, I would like to request Professor Dr. Muhammad Manzurul Hassan, Chairman, Department of Geography and Environment, Jahangirnagar University, on data anomalies and its consequences. Sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. So thank you very much. At the beginning, I want to tell some things about this type of seminar. But I would like to express my sincere thanks to the SOB authorities. Sincere thanks to the SOB authorities for inviting me in this type of very interesting and exceptional seminar. It is because the data, it is the regular component in our life. So how can we use different types of data and information? So I hope this type of seminar is very interesting and it carry a huge value. So that is why I am again expressing my sincere thanks to the SOB authority for inviting me in this seminar. So dear distinguished participants and Surveyor General of Bangladesh, distinguished participants, thank you very much. So I would like to just here, I express my opinions about the data anomalies. But the title, if you look at this title, you will find that we are living with anomalies, anomalies, and anomalies. But this should not be. The title should be data accuracy or data precision. There it will be, it carry a better understanding. But when you see this title, it means there is a negative information. Information, it is negative and negative. But I will try to identify, express my opinions with data accuracy, data precision, and then I will go for data anomalies. And its impacts, if the data it is not accurate enough, then what will happen? Then data, it would develop information and knowledge. It is based on information and authentic database. So this section is very important. So I will try to focus my objectives here. What about data? Just there is a lot of question marks. In my presentation, I will try to focus all the issues with a lot of question marks. For example, what about data, spatial or other data? There are different types of databases. But which databases do we will try to consider here? Number one. Data anomalies. How to conceptualize these anomalies. What is the difference between data accuracy and precision? And then I will go for anomalies. What sources of data and its anomalies or accuracy level. Then, is there any impact? Where is it? Which type of impact we can face in our regular life? And how can one minimize these anomalies for data accuracy and precision? So, I will try to discuss my opinion within these 5 different frames. And accordingly, number one, why data? What is the importance of this database? So, if you go through different literature, then you can find a lot of different types of definition. But it is the facts with a statistics. Sometimes it is a statistician, sometimes it is expression. Expression is a part of your database. For example, the textual expression, qualitative database, not only the numerical database. In numerical database, you can measure the data, but sometimes in qualitative data, you can't measure. So non-measurable data you can explain with expression. So there are different types of database, and apart from quantitative, that is a statistical database, and expression qualitative database, there are another type of database. There is geographical database. This is a spatial database. And this geographical database, if you go back to several thousand years in the Greek period, Eratosthenes first identified this type of a spatial database 4,000 years ago. It is a confusing concept. Some people think 4,000 years ago. Oh yes. If I ask you about the value of pi, we still didn't able to change the value of pi. And if you think about the circumference of the earth that was measured in 4,000 years ago, it is almost equal to the present, the earth circumference. We are using satellite information. We are using a lot of technological options. But if I asked you what is the difference between the circumference of the earth calculated or measured 4,000 years ago and recent times, very simple fraction of fraction. So this is an important factor. So a spatial database origin, it is 4,000 years ago. But we are now here to discuss this spatial data with different dimension about the anomalies, about the accuracy, about the precision. And if you think about this data is in a raw format. It doesn't carry any sense. Data, what is this? If you don't transfer this data into information, you don't understand the meaning of this database. So you need to transfer this data. This is the raw format. So the raw format data, numerical values or expression, you have to transfer into different format based on your demand. So what is our demand? We want to develop a new system to get access some people to this database. This is NSDI. Okay. So how can we insert our database? It is in the raw format or it is in the classified format. This is another issue. It provides with information in different formats, numerical information, vertical data. The way we are talking about it is vertical data. And verbal to vertical, textual. We can write down some things. It is a text format. It is textual data. And in the same time, tabular data, graphical data, map data. There are so many databases. So which data you prefer for this platform? Another. And again, if we tell about why data, then we got a lot of information, knowledge. But what is the basis of this knowledge? If I ask you what is the basis of this knowledge, finally you will find the meaningless raw data. This database, this is very important to create a new concept, new idea, new knowledge. So data quality, that is why it is very important. Very, very important. And next, if I ask another question, who is data? You have to narrow down your database. Otherwise, we can't complete anything. There is a lot of huge database, but we can make games with this type of database. But what is our objective? And if we can just narrow down our objective to the spatial data, then we can find something very relevant to this NSDI. Okay. So what is special about spatial information? There is another question. What is special about spatial information, geographical data? What is special? How can we define the spatial information, spatial data? We generally tell it is a spatial data, it is geographical data. But what is the properties of this database? This is important. If we don't understand this type of properties, then we can't identify the accuracy level or anomalies or precision. So that is why we would like to try to understand about what is special about spatial information. Just it is a geographically referenced information, the first question. It is based on x and y coordinate value. Is it based on only latitude and longitude? Is it based on only postal code? Postal code in our country and in England, it is completely different. If I tell the Dhaka 1000, what does it mean? It doesn't carry any sense. If I tell it is 1209, what does it mean? It doesn't carry any sense. But if I tell, oh, D815AU, then you will find the information is on my head. The location is on my head. This is the point. This is the British system. They defined spatial information with most accurate way. Their postal code. If I tell you postal code, the postal code in Bangladesh, it is not accurate enough. It is a region based. It is an area based. But in England, it is the exact location based. This is the difference in postal code. So only x and y coordinate value, latitude and longitude, or postal code, which one? Or any relative distance or relative address, which one? So this is another point. So if you think about these issues, then you can easily understand the dimension of a spatial database. And again, it has a one type of properties. A properties means it must be quantitative and qualitative characteristics. Who is data? What is within this database? And another time when the data was collected. If I tell you, oh, it is collected in 20 years back, and in recent times, if you want to collect the same information, you will find a big gap. So property with time dimension, it is very important to justify the data quality. So we identified that one. And a special data type in combination can present the part of the globe and the whole globe. That means different types of spatial data, point data, line data, and polygon data. If you can separate all types of information separately, and finally if we can superimpose all the types of information in a common framework, then you will get a most accurate information of any part of this globe or whole the globe at a time. So this is another point. And a spatial mapping. Why mapping? What will you do with map? What? Why mapping? Why? This is another question. So if you think about the large scale or a small scale map, then there is a scale variation. A scale is very important. It will automatically change the shape and size of a map. So this is another important. If you analyze all kinds of projections applied to a particular area of this globe, then you will find the shape will automatically be changed. Area automatically be changed. Then what will happen? If area changes, I got 1 acre of land in, or 10 decimal of land in Purvasal, for example. And now I am finding it is 9.7 decimal of land after remeasurement, everything. Then will I accept it? I will not. But there is no change in the boundary line, but calculation change. The new result, I will not accept it. So there is a lot of problems. So spatial mapping with especially reference data, it is not only the accuracy of a map. You have to consider a number of parameters to justify the data accuracy of a spatial map. Map is the language of geography. Map is the language of geography. So this language, it is now developing with a more and more different types of aspects and dimension. So if we consider all kinds of dimension, then we can identify the accuracy level of a map. This is phenomena. And data anomalies. What is anomalies? Where is the problem? If I show you a map, oh, this is a good map. There is very colorful combination of this map. It is a map. The general people, they will think this is a map. But if you are originally expert on map, then you will check, the scale is not correct. Latitude and longitude, it is not all right. So you can find the different types of error within the map. And how can you calculate that one? This erroneous level. First, it is unmasked. Unmasked. From your perception. First, your perception. It depends on perception. Person to person, there are perception. Place to place, there are different differentiation, and time to time there are differentiation. So if you justify the accuracy or anomalies of a map, then you have to consider three different phenomena: person to person, time to time, and place to place. Then you can easily justify where is the problem in the map. Okay. So it is the unmasked or sometimes missing information, or sometimes information redundancy. This is the error of a map. And again, anything is like that. If you think, my home is here, I know about the environment of my home, but an outsider, they don't understand whether the map is right or wrong, or is there any error, or it is accurate. They don't understand. But I know where is SOB. And if I find, oh, there is another building, every day, I find this is the building. But if I find this building on a map a little bit away from this SOB, then what will happen? You can easily understand where is the problem. But outsider, they don't understand where is the problem. So you have to ensure about the quality of map based on the local level information. You must collect information from the local level. Otherwise, there might be some problem. Otherwise. And again, the presence of data anomalies can lead to concern regarding data quality and data integrity. If you want to integrate a number of maps, then there might be some problems in data quality. For example, edge mapping. There is a terminology in GIS, edge mapping. And this is very common in the context of our country, edge mapping. If you want to merge two different maps with the same scale, then you will find that there is a gap within the edge. There are sometimes you can find sliver polygon. Sometimes there might be a gap. So how can you minimize this type of error? So this is the problem. So if we don't understand the real situation in the field, then it is difficult to mask the boundary line. So who is anomalous considered? Here again another question. Data too similar can be treated as anomalous. Same data with very little variation. It could be treated as an anomaly. Okay. Data duplication. This is another anomaly. Or redundancies. You can find the same ID, same polygon several times on a map. Missing data. Sometimes there is shortage of some databases or missing databases. For example, if you think about the precipitation data, missing precipitation data, machine is not working, so there is no database. Sometimes your machine is not working in the field, so there might be some problems in your database. You can capturing the database. So how can you minimize later? Okay. Then measurement or process limitation can lead to data anomalies. How can you collect your information? What type of technologies are you using for collecting your information? Who is technology? Satellite? If you think about the satellite, then what is the resolution? And another question. Then what is the time? Is there any cloud cover or not? And there is a road and a vegetation cover. How can you identify this vegetation road and the vegetation beneath the vegetation cover or within the vegetation cover? This is another question. So if you find this type of question when you use different types of satellite database imagery, and again I can tell you, so when you go to the field, sometimes you know the Sain and Test survey, Plantable survey, the traditional theodolite survey, total station, which total station, what is the accuracy level. So if you know the machine quality, then you can automatically justify the quality of your database. So measurement is an important issue. And the process limitation. When you transfer the data from the field to the digital system, then there might be some problem. So how can you do that? How can you manage this database? Another one. And completeness, excess data vs absent data. Data completeness is very important. If there is any incompleteness of database, it means there might be some problem in the local people. And even it is very difficult sometimes to formulate a policy based on this erroneous database. Again, now I would like to try to discuss about the precision accuracy. I don't like to discuss about the definition of precision, definition of accuracy. Just look at this figure. That you can find several points or dots on just at the center of the circle. It is accurate and it is precise. Precision and accuracy, it is the most important things to justify the data anomalies. Okay. So precision, that means if you target, this is your target, and if you can hit the target, then it is most accurate and most precise. Okay. And likewise, if you go to the right side of this 4 different circle, and the last side you can find the target. We miss target several times. So this is not precise and this is not accurate. So accuracy and precision, this is the 2 most important components or indicators to justify the data anomalies. If there is no accuracy level, high accuracy level and high precision level, it means you can statistically or mathematically calculate the data anomalies. Okay. If precision level is very high and accuracy level is very high, it means there is no anomalies of this database. If precision level is good, but accuracy level is not good, there are some anomalies in the database. If precision level is not good and accuracy is not good, it means data is completely it is an erroneous data. So there are different indicators to justify the data anomalies. They got different types of maps. For example, if I tell you topo sheet, the topo sheet prepared by the British government, it was reproduced in 1959 to 1964. And you can find these maps in different universities. You can find them in different universities. But this map is so accurate and precision level is so high that you can't imagine. But it was prepared 200 years ago. But this map is modern time, directly copied by different organizations of our society. And they are now branding these maps by their name. This is the original issue. So whether if we know this map is prepared by the US Army or British government, then we automatically think, oh, it got some accuracy level could be very high. Okay. Second option, data acquisition. Who is collecting this database from the field? What is their capacity? What is their capacity? If we don't understand the quality of the some person who is collecting the information, then we can't accept this type of database. For example, being a geographer, I can easily understand where is the problem. Just I can see the map. Oh, I can tell, oh dear, here is the problem, here is the problem. It is because I got some experience, and experience automatically tells me this map is not acceptable. But if you find a colorful map, then you will say, oh, it is fantastic, looks very beautiful. But if you think about the authenticity of this map, accuracy of this map, and go to the field with this map, then you can find where is the reality. So, surveyor who is collecting information from the field, means information. This is the most authentic information. How can you transfer their database into the digital format? There is a problem. And we have to consider about the projection. And if I told you about the projection, and if you transfer your three-dimensional information from 3 dimension to 2 dimension, then there might be some problems. Our world, it is almost in the round shape, not in the round shape, it is different, close to round shape, spheroid shape. But if you want to transfer this 3-dimensional globe into 2 dimension, then you have to consider some projection. Every projection depends on, or different types of, all the projection, it depends on the sources of light. If light comes from here to here, then you can find projection over there, the shape of this globe over there. If light comes from here, then you can find another. If light comes from here, then you can find another shape. So these sources of light, based on the sources of light, you have to design which projection is suitable in the context of our country, and which projection is best fit in the context of any part of our country or whole the Bangladesh. And if you transfer a paper map, for example, paper map with a wrong projection and digitize them, then the total digitization system and information within this map would be treated as the erroneous map. So we have to consider pre-planned how can we do that. And satellite imagery, aerial photography, and drone, the modern system drone, satellite imagery. The resolution is very high, only 4 inch, a few centimeter resolution satellite imagery, it is possible. If you find about any information from Afghanistan, then you will find very high resolution imagery, satellite imagery. But in our country, it is sometimes difficult. You have to buy, you have to spend a big amount of money to get a high resolution satellite imagery. So it is expensive. So if you got aerial photography and a modern drone system, then you can prepare a good quality map. So we have to think about this also in recent times. So I will not go about the accuracy. I have already discussed about this accuracy. Just it is the horizontal accuracy and vertical accuracy. Distance from the true location, it is the horizontal accuracy, true location. My target is that Zika balloon, okay? But when I throw some things over there, it is just hit at the 1 feet distance from this blue colored Zika balloon. Then you have to calculate the scale, and 1 feet means the distance. Then you will find the positional accuracy. So this is one thing. And vertical accuracy, that may difference from the true height, means sea level, datum level, true height. So it is also important. Anyway, now if we almost everybody knows the IS. This is the common, this is the academic. Just there are some error when you digitize the database, when you transfer the database. The digitization, this is the beginning to make your paper map to paperless map. So this is the beginning. So there are sometimes unclosed polygon. We are talking about, oh, this is polygon. But when we try to make a map with this type of polygon, we can't make any polygon map. This is another problem. So duplication of lines, sliver polygon are over there. So there might be a lot of problems. The terminologies are here. So I don't like to discuss this type of terminology. Overshoot, undershoot, spike, there are a lot of terminologies. on the GIS it is very elementary, and those who know GIS, they can easily minimize this type of error. Again, now for the raster case, what I am talking about, if you think the first polygon it is 71 square meter in size, and if you make it the raster grid line within a grid, then you can find this grid size is very important. The small size grid means high accuracy. The large size grid means low accuracy. So if you think about the small size grid, then you can find more accurate information. That I told you, the satellite image, you can find several centimeters of high resolution satellite image, but you have to buy them with a big amount of money. So if you want to prepare maps with satellite images and then transfer into the vector format, then with a high accuracy you can do everything. It is simple, very simple and very authentic. But if you get low resolution images and if you transfer that image map into the vector format, raster format to vector format, then there might be problem in the field level. And people will think, no, this is not my map. There might be some problems. Okay, so this is vector raster concept. I would not discuss about these issues, but in Bangladesh, I am not telling any organization's name, but if I collect information from different organizations, the same map, almost same scale, or we can easily change the scale. So if we can do that, then we can find there is a lot of discrepancies about the boundary line, about the point feature, about the location of the point, huge discrepancies, a huge deviation. So we don't understand which map is accurate. We don't understand. But for our research purposes, what we do, I collected information from SRDI, and I digitized it with my own way. And we go to the field with that map and try to justify whether this map is all right or not. And accordingly, we modify all the maps and we can use it for our research purposes. But for academic point of view, we can't use this type of map. We can't, because we have to work in the micro level areas, very small areas. So if we select very small areas and if we get this type of map, how can you use this map? Just look at this map. How can you use this map? Right? You can find map digitization. Just look this map digitization. I am telling about the human error, but this is not the human error. This is the source error. This is the projection error. And finally, it is human error. This is not the human error. It is not only the digitization error. You have to think about the source of this map, the collection of different sources. Number one, map collected from different sources. The second option is that projection error, and then first the digitization error. So this map, it is the combination of number of errors. So if I want to work in a small area, how can I utilize this map? We can't do that. And again, projection error. If we think about the projection, we got it two different maps, same maps from same area, but with different projection. This is one deviation. So there are different maps with different projections. Some organization, they are developing different projection script, and it is named after them. After them, we can easily, okay, it is a Hassan projection, Manjurul Hassan projection. I can easily do that. It is not a magic, it is very simple, very simple. But for the sake of our country, and if we want to make the authentic database, we can't do that. We have to use the standard system. Otherwise, you will find there are a lot of error in maps. And again, reality in mapping, considering to adjust with map error or anomalies, whether we will accept error in our life or not, map error. For example, Google, there are a lot of errors, so we don't tell here the error level of the Google Maps. Okay. But if we consider these anomalies or gap or error, but we are working, it is working well still now. Still now. You are using Uber, Pathao, Foodpanda. They are using the same system with error map, but it is still working well. So whether we will we consider to adjust map error, or we will try to remove the map error. So it depends on time and budgetary provision. So this is another question mark. What will be the suitable option for us? Positional accuracy, point lines in Google Maps and others. So point location. For example, tube oil. There is a boundary line between two neighbors, and two tube oils are very close to the common boundary line. Then if you think about the location of this tube oil, then you will find a big gap. In reality, this is 5 feet gap, but in map it is 50 feet gap. So how can you minimize this one? So there could be a lot of problems like this. And application-based services. So I just mentioned this one. And Google data collection methods. If we want to minimize this data inaccuracy level or anomaly, then we have to develop a new system. The traditional system, it is time-consuming and it would be very expensive. So how Google collected their information from the field? And we know a lot of storylines about the Google data collection procedure. And if we developed a new concept like this, or a completely new concept, and if it is applicable in the context of our country, then it would be better to use the new concept rather than considering the traditional system to minimize the error level of a map. And NSDI and other issues, unsettled cases in points. Who will manage the system? SOB? Okay, good. There are options, the BBS. What will happen? How can you minimize this contradiction? SRDI, your neighbor. Your neighbor. This is one platform. Today, when SRDI will find, oh, their status are going down, so they will try to develop another platform. So same objective, multiple platform, it is confusing. So if this type of situation arises, SOB will resolve this type of problems. It is because they have the authority to prepare maps, so they can easily do that. Number one. Again, if you think about the quality of maps, Dhaka Wasa, their map quality is excellent, very close to target, very close to the authentic points. So how can you utilize their maps? Whether they will provide their maps to this platform. Another. Who owns the data available in the NSDI? So if you collect information from different sources, who owns the database? So I got database, but if I want to provide my database here, how can I claim that this is my data? So you have to justify this one. Again, different sources of database means different scales and different accuracy level. You are talking about the duplication, it will not be accepted. But which map will be accepted? This is another question. So think about that issues. And what sources of data will be here? SIDI, LGD, Dhaka Wasa, SOB. So they got different types of database, and they use their maps with different purposes. So when you put their information here, there will be a lot of data redundancies. So how can you minimize or eliminate this data redundancy? Okay. Then, how to manage NSDI services? Would it be a open source, or we have to buy it from these services? You can easily get high accuracy spatial data, geospatial data, satellite data, free of cost from different sources. So if they get Bangladesh data from outside, then what will be the meaning of NSDI? Okay. So who plays which role in NSDI system? Who plays? Which role? What will be the role of other stakeholders, other organizations? And how to control these data redundancies? How to control? Who will control? What is the criteria to justify the data redundancies? How? So it is a huge work and gaps in reality, data shortage and data danger, maps in mankind. In our everyday life, we are using maps. Our life, our modern life would not be acceptable without maps. Map means you are working. No maps means you are a status. Okay. Danger in maps, Moza maps and court cases. More than 80% of the court cases, it depends on land-based conflict. So, who owns the Moza map? This is my plot, and he is telling me this is his plot. But we are sharing the common boundary line. There are a lot of problems in land ownership. So if you go to the field, then you can find the level of contradiction. Anyway, roles of map makers. Roles of map makers. If you want to minimize the error of a map, then you have to go to the field and you have to utilize the experience from local map makers. Okay. And data maps. Sometimes you can see the BBS maps. BBS maps, the data, it is a polygon map. But if they provide you that type of map, then it doesn't carry any sense. Sometimes people make maps without having any logic, any justification why they are using polygon for their maps. For example, if I tell you one issue, arsenic. If you think about the Upazila boundary, polygon boundary, and if you tell, okay, in Upazila there are around 10,000 to 30,000 tube wells. But if you select the highest concentration of arsenic in one tube well and you put this database against that polygon, then you will find the whole country will be just in a red in color. So whole the country is contaminated with arsenic. So this is one kind of methodology. And those who make this type of math, they are actually misleading us. So just we don't need to prepare the analyzed map. We need raw database. People will prepare their own map. Then it will be a meaningful, a small scale or large scale map. Which map will you be put in your NSDI system? What will be their scale? It is a large scale or a small scale? And in institution and stakeholders, then I can finish. ISOB, the micro level, large scale to country level, a small scale map. Okay, SOB, SIDI, DCC, don't mind please if there is any mistake to put any stakeholders' names here. Okay, so this is the point that they are preparing different types of maps. So how can you utilize this map? How can you put this map into your NSDI system? There will be a lot of system. For example, a small scale map to large scale map, and how to compile this map, whether these maps are, I don't like to sell my maps, but I want to put this map in the NSDI. But if there is a two system, then the system will not work properly. And another. Maps in the international domain. For example, I can get maps in a USGS and S3GI. S3 Hadi is here. So if you get the licensed version of the ArcGIS, you can easily get a lot of information. They have just completed your work. Very easy. They are just making your works very easy. Complicated works, they are making it very simple. So If you don't provide your map, then they can get it from S3, three-dimensional different types of map. But this type of map, it is not available here in other institutions and stakeholders. And universities, they are prepared different types of maps, more accurate maps. But how can you utilize this map into this system? And finally, this is the summary of my presentation about the data sources, its accuracy, precision, a lot of inherent problems, and our future potentiality. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, sir, for your deep insights on data and data anomalies. We really learned a lot of things. The key thing here, what I could extract, source of data matters a lot. The more you invest, the more you get accurate data. So I can cite an example. We are planning to have a border road along the entire border of Bangladesh. So for this border road project, we need precise data for the maps. And from the Google, we really cannot, or the USGS, the older open source, we cannot really get that data. For this, if you want to buy this data, it costs more than crores of money. So precision matters and duplication of data. For example, in my master's, I had to run after many organizations to get data from different sources. I went to LGD, I went to DPH, I went to BWDB, for different sources of data. But if it would be in one hub, I can bet the academic institution or the researchers will be benefited, and the research will take a momentum. And the student suffers. I have been in MIST, I have seen, as a head of the institution, head and dean of the civil engineering department, I had to request many authorities to get the data so that they can get some exact or precise data from the respective organization. So he has also highlighted the importance of NSDI. Who is going to take the leading role, whatever. But I may not be present in the entire session. I have some obligation. I have to go to the ministry. Whatever time I remain, I request all of you, all the stakeholders, thank you for your kind presence. Somebody, they could not introduce themselves. Please, after I finish, please you introduce yourself, and then we'll have a small tea break so that you refresh yourself. Then Mr. Urabe will give his presentation, the JICA concept here in SOP. Okay? Thank you, sir, once again for your really amazing presentation. Now, I request those who have come late, can you please introduce yourself?
South City Corporation. I am my designation is a geographer in there. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Muhammad Abdul Hadi. I am the country manager of Esri South Asia, and we brand that as Esri Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I am Nasim Hassan. I am Assistant GIS Specialist from Bangladesh Rural Electrification Board.